And good afternoon, my wonderful Rebel Gaming nerds. This is Rebel Gaming with Rebel 96 coming to you live for an awesome 8.3 overview, which is just in a couple of days. I'm excited because it's my birthday, so it comes out on my birthday. So, of course, obviously, I'm going to be all up in that. I've been playing PTR as well. So today we're actually just going to be going into a lot of things today. So we'll be watching with you. So this is new stuff that just came out previously to the uh, to the uh, to the community for 8.3. So we're going to be going over a few things. Obviously, this is information you guys can get, and we'll share that website where you can go and get some more information. Obviously, we're only going to cover a couple of topics on this video. We're not going to go all through all the content because it's a massive patch. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of people thought, what could they possibly add? Well, they did a lot. There's stuff to the auction house, there's new races, there's new abilities. So we're going to jump right into this. Without further ado, we're going to jump right into this thing. So let me go ahead and transition. Here we are. Alrighty, so Battle for Azeroth, Visions of N'Zoth. This is the Gaming Guide 8.3, Rebel Gaming Edition. Today is January 11th, 2020, and today we're going to be talking about Visions of N'Zoth. So 8.3 obviously is coming out very, very soon, just in 4 days. 4 days left. This new patches will be out. So what to expect? What's some of the stuff that Blizzard could possibly throw at us, knowing that there's an expansion this year? Well, as we all know, the war campaign is coming to an end, and it has come to an end. So we're seeing new stuff, and so what could we go from here? Well, this is what we're going to talk about. And I have prepared a brief video about this. So this is the features trailer for 8.3. And just give me 1 second.
ever expected to set eyes upon this city again. Ajara. She sacrificed her people twice over.
Okay guys, I am so sorry, that was the wrong video. So we're just going to watch the video on Battle.net for the video, so I apologize about that. That was the wrong trailer, so we're going to just watch it here. So, here we go.
Welcome to the World of Warcraft Survival Guide for Visions of N'Zoth, the latest content update for Battle for Azeroth. In this video, we'll take a look at the new features and changes coming with it. With the defeat of Queen Ashara, the old god N'Zoth was freed from his prison. Now, he's unleashing his shadowy forces upon Azeroth. We'll need some awesome gear and new allied races to battle against the Void. 2 new allied races will be available to play in Visions of N'Zoth, the resourceful Vulpera and industrious Mechanomes. As with other allied races, unlocking each race will reward you with a unique mount, and leveling a new Vulpera or Mechanome from 20 to 110 will earn you a special Heritage Armor Transmogrification set. Horde players can unlock Vulpera by completing the Vol'dun level up storyline and reaching Exalted with the Vol'dunath. Alliance players who are Exalted with the Rustbolt Resistance and have completed the Mechagon storyline can embark on a questline to create a Mechanome of their very own. Level 120 players will see the overwhelming might of the Old Gods firsthand in new assaults on Titan facilities in either Uldum or the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Players must drive back N'Zoth's minions by completing objectives in the area, including defeating enemies and rares, looting treasures, and participating in events. After making some progress, players will go up against the lieutenant leading the enemy's forces. Once victorious, you'll be rewarded with a powerful piece of equipment and a vessel of Horrific Visions, a key that gives you access to a new feature, Horrific Visions. Horrific Visions are instance content for 1 to 5 players that subject you to N'Zoth's twisted future for Orgrimmar and Stormwind. While exploring a Horrific Vision, your sanity will be under constant attack, increasing difficulty and forcing you to leave before you're consumed by insanity. Each time you undergo a Horrific Vision, you'll leave with more knowledge and fragments of N'Zoth's corruption. Take these to Mother and Magni in Silithus to strengthen your defenses and earn new tools, which will allow you to delve deeper into N'Zoth's Horrific Visions and earn greater rewards. Players seeking the next echelon of rewards and challenges can adventure into bonus areas of Horrific Visions to discover faceless masks. Wearing these masks raises the difficulty level of Horrific Visions and unlocks access to stronger items. To combat N'Zoth's corruption, Wrathion will return and work with players to craft a legendary cloak. This upgradable legendary starts at rank 1 at item level 470, with subsequent ranks increasing its power and adding other unique effects. It will enable players to venture deeper and deeper into Horrific Visions, earning greater rewards and unlocking more of the mysteries behind N'Zoth's power. This cloak may also come in handy when you face off against N'Zoth himself in the upcoming raid. Also in Visions of N'Zoth, you'll find gear with a new stat called Corruption. Cursed by N'Zoth, corrupted items offer truly exceptional power for a price. As you don more corrupted gear, the corruption will begin to affect you in increasingly deadly ways. At low corruption levels, you may be slowed periodically when taking damage, while at higher corruption levels, evil forces from the Void may come for you at any moment. Deciding how much corruption to take on is a delicate balancing act, which can be mitigated with your new legendary cloak and new essences. By donning these powerful items, you can counter negative side effects and reap the benefits of N'Zoth's might without all of the downsides. Players can now unlock a new minor slot on their Heart of Azeroth at level 75, along with periodic increases to stamina up to level 80. The Heart of Azeroth can be leveled beyond 80, granting it increased item level and slight stat increases. New essences can be found in assaults on Uldum and Vale of Eternal Blossoms, delving into Horrific Visions and the Ny'alotha raid. Visions of N'Zoth also brings with it a visual update and redesign for the Deepwind Gorge battleground. Inspired by Arathi Basin, the new Deepwind Gorge has 5 capture points for teams to battle over. Of course, there's so much more coming with Visions of N'Zoth, including new storyline quests to confront N'Zoth and his armies and navigate a peace treaty between the Alliance and Horde. You'll also be able to earn Goblin and Worgen heritage armor, and players who have pre-purchased Shadowlands will be able to create Death Knights of unlocked allied races and Pandaren. We'll also see a rebuilt auction house, an arcade edition to the Darkmoon Fair, and new profession recipes. And that's just the beginning. We'll meet you here again to discuss the start of Season 4 of PvP and Mythic Keystone Dungeons, the Darkshore Heroic Warfront, and of course, the new 12-boss raid, Ny'alotha, the Waking City. Keep an eye on worldofwarcraft.com for more details on upcoming content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the front lines.
Alright, so that was the video I was going to play, so I apologize about that. I'm not too sure why that video didn't play correctly. So we're moving right along. So this is 8.3, and I'm sorry it was on the 14th, so the 14th it will be live. Alright, so our 8.3 overview, some of the things that I did mention. We're looking at new allied races. We'll be going into, well, we'll be touching that. The new 12 boss raid, the Walking City. Obviously, we'll have some stuff on that as well. Some of the stuff that we weren't going to talk about is the legendary cloak. And there's some other things as well that we're going to talk about. New Blackrock's Depths Battle Pet Dungeon, or Battle Pet Dungeon. We are not going to discuss. But there's some new stuff here that we're going to be talking about. First things first, we're going to talk about the allied races. Mechanomes and Vulpera. Obviously, Mechanome and Vulpera have been added as allied races for the Alliance and the Horde, respectively. Unlocking each race requires Exalted with their respective factions, as he was talking about in the video, and earning the achievement for completing their respective zone storylines. See the individual race pages, and I'll show you the website so that you can get more information on this. This is what they look like. This is the Mechanomes and the Vulpera. As you did see in the video, you've seen a brief synopsis of what they look like and how they move. And obviously, you need to do the requirements to get these videos, or these characters. And allied races, another one. Death Knights, so you can actually have your allied race become a Death Knight in 8.3. With Shadowlands around the corner, it'll be a feature of Shadowlands. So you have to purchase the Shadowlands to get the allied races. I'm pretty sure it could be a Death Knight as part of that expansion pack. So along with the new starting scenario featuring Bolvar and as the Lich King, while the scenario has not been yet seen, there's been data mine models, obviously, in the PTR dressing rooms. Now they say that the Death Knights will have eye-glowing races for all of them. Even the Pandarans can be Death Knights with pre-purchase of Shadowlands. So all you people that wanted Panda Death Knights, well, you can have the Fluffy and the Scare at the same time. So that's kind of what we're going to go through a couple of pictures. This is some of the pictures. There's the Coltirans. There's the Void Elves, the Draenei, Vulpera. Those are just some of the new Death Knight features. All right, so new raid, like it was saying, the Walking City. It's basically a sleeping city that has awakened for the first time in a millennia. N'Zoth sits on his throne with the Black Empire. Within the Black Empire, his armies flood from their dark halls, once again wreaking havoc on Azeroth. As the world shudders from these invasions, a new desperate plan is hatched. Champions from the Horde and Alliance are gathered to face this ancient enemy with his own realm for one final confrontation that will decide the fate of the universe. And this is a new 12-boss raid that you can also see on the website there. This is coming from Wowhead. And we'll also have, it'll feature many corrupted former friends and featuring returning foes. Wrathion, Raiden, Queen Azshara, Venoxa, and even Il'Goth. All make an appearance before a final confrontation with N'Zoth himself. A little bit of a picture of that. Also, if you guys haven't paid attention to, there's also going to be an issue with the Scourge later in Shadowlands. So we're going to get double whammy as well with the events unfolding from Shadowlands. We'll probably see something with the Scourge as well, but that's just a FYI. So that's just a little preview. And if you're asking who is N'Zoth, okay, he's basically a great corruptor. He's the god of the deep and the ultimate schemer, although regarded as the weakest of the old gods. Now, he is considered one of the weakest. He's also the most mysterious and seldom faced defeat. Very little was known about N'Zoth prior to his recent resurfacing in prison for millennia. He waited plotting, scheming, and whispering dark secrets to minds which would listen. Through these dark whispers, he was also responsible for the madness that changed Netharian, the Earth Wanderer, into Deathwing, the Destroyer. He saved Queen Azshara and her Night Elves by corrupting them into Naga, forced the Emerald Nightmare, and spread his dark influence through the Tide Sages of Kultiris, using agents such as Exalith and Queen Azshara. He engineered his own jailbreak in order to form a new Black Empire, which would once again spread encompass to all of Azeroth. So obviously we have new N'Zoth assaults. Assaults are a 8.3 activity, in which the forces of N'Zoth attempt to overrun key Titan facilities in Uldum and the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. The zones will change drastically while under assault, and include various new enemies, interactable objects, temporary quests, and a progress bar, filling a lot of the way to allow players to face the enemy later. Very similar to Legion assaults. If you weren't in World of Warcraft Legion and experiencing those Legion assaults, that is kind of very similar. And before that, we had the we had the Legion assaults. That was basically how this is come up from that. Which is what I'm interested to see also in 9.0. We'll be seeing, I think before the pre-patch 9.0, we'll see Scourge invasions, most likely. Don't quote me on that. This is the new Vale of Eternal Blossoms. With the new update, they have finally repaired it. It is now in sustainable condition. And has been cleaned up from Garrosh, from 6.3 Mist of Pandaria when he dropped the heart into the Vale, destroying this area. But now it is back to beautiful condition. Also, we've seen some auction house updates. They're going under some severe interface improvements in order to improve the user experience for buyers and sellers. They have already commented on this. Blizzard has commented on getting this, buying is streamlined in such a way that you no longer need to sift through several single stacks of various prices to find the quantity you need. The middle section, which allows you to type in exactly how many items you want to buy, showing you the total price. And the right section, which allows you to see how many of each items are available at each listed price. So in screenshots below, which we're gonna show you here. This was a screenshot that was saved, so we can show you how this is going to work. So if you want to buy 100 Storm Silver ore, all you need to do is type in 100 in the quantity box. The game then chooses the 100 ore at the lowest available price, and the highest highlights it for you. You'll see the total price of 719 gold, 95 silver, and you can buy all 100 immediately. Alternatively, you can see lots of items in the list as a cheap price and want to buy them all. The video seems to indicate that you can just click and highlight to buy them all at once. So let's go ahead and look at that. So here we are. We're wanting to get that 100 silver. So obviously we'll type in 100. And it's going to look for the cheapest price for you, total price, unit price. And you can always, and now this is for selling. So if you wanted to sell something, you can and it will show you the new format to doing that. All right. So obviously, you can find all this content on the 8.3 Visions of N'Zoth guide. This will basically walk through all the stuff that we did not cover, and there's a lot. This is all coming in 8.3, so get ready. It's going to be huge, and it's coming out in less than 3 days. So on the 14th, all of this will be available to you as well. So be sure to take a look at this. It's going to be a big deal. So, yeah. Um, it's definitely a transition to see the different things that they're going to be doing. So that was just a brief synopsis. I wanted to come to you guys and let you know about this new thing that's going on. Obviously, I try to do an overview every time a patch comes out. I'm not always able to, but today I was able to. So here I am. So without further ado, that's it for today. There will be no stream for tonight. So again, our next stream will be very soon. Next week, we're going to try to get on here either Monday or Wednesday at 6 o'clock. So stay tuned and watch for our Facebook listeners and videos and our YouTube listeners. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like if you like to see what you see and see more stuff. Press the comment in the section below to see what you want to give us recommendations of what you want to see in the next video. Obviously, we're doing streaming and other different games featuring Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, Ark Survival, and also we'll be doing any Blizzard games like Overwatch and World of Warcraft, also PTR for World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, and Overwatch. So, and also doing Diablo 4 when it comes out. So that is it for this week. Until next time, this is Rebel Gaming signing off for the night. Until next time, be simply amazing. Bye, guys. Bye for now.